Hey everybody, you're very welcome back to In Forest and Land's YouTube channel. I'm Joe Price, and behind the camera is Ida Olsen.
Hello everyone.
Maybe you can't hear Ida today because I'm wearing a lapel mic and she's about 20 feet away from me. But the reason why we're at this distance is to capture this magnificent thing which we've kind of just brought into our life there only recently. There's many videos out there on roof tents, whys, do's and don'ts. I'm not going to get into that. I'm going to save that for a further review further down the road. But what you see behind me is our choice of tent. It's the Dometic TRT 120E. And this is an absolutely fantastic tent, big enough for 2 people. The E stands for electrically operated. It's made out of PVC waterproof fabric. Its UPF factor, which I think is pretty cool, especially if you're out with the kiddies, is up to 50, so you can have it out in the sun. It's good materials. And the one thing that impressed me with this tent was the fact that the materials and the thought that went into it was so well made. I got to see this at a show that me and Ida were at, displayed on a Jeep, and I went over and talked to the absolutely amazing Dometic team here in Sweden, and I just couldn't believe how the quality it was that was in it. As you can see on the outside anyway, it comes with a pretty sturdy ladder. It's super easy to set up. It just clicks into place. Anybody who works on trucks will know how these ladders work. So basically it all telescopes out to adjust to the different heights of vehicles that you want. Simple locking mechanisms, clear safety instructions that anybody can operate it, and then some attachment straps at the top just to be doubly safe. But this ladder comes out and clips on in seconds. It packs down into this bag here. Packs down into this bag here, which is pretty small, and also inside the tool packet here. We're going to get an awful lot of Velcro tearing. Inside the pocket for the tool packet is the tool kit that comes with it. And it's very easy to assemble. 4 brackets onto any standard bars. I would be a bit careful if you have big expedition bars, big wide expedition bars, but if you're just running the standard Halfords B&Q Biltema bars, this will work perfectly for it. You do need about 80 centimeters of space between the two, just to be doubly safe. It's a lightweight tent, and this is what I liked most about it. We still have the plastic, that's how new it is. We're actually taking it out on its maiden voyage for this trip. But the frame itself with the tent and the mattress, which we'll get into in a minute, is only 63 kilos. 63 kilos is unbelievably light for an electrically powered tent. But it's this aluminium frame construction that makes it brilliant. The ladders attach really simply. One key push of the button allows it to erect up. It comes up in about 1 minute and 30 seconds, and that's a brilliant thing, because that's one of the things that annoyed me about certain models of roof tent, was that when you set them up, you spend just as much time with poles and bars, and that can be a bit awkward if you're moving around a vehicle, especially if you have it in the bed of a truck, trying to get all this up. But it does come, if Ida wants to follow me around here, with a good set of strong electric motors. And I even love this little touch, shout out to Dometic, telling people to watch out for when they set it up. It does come with good set of electric motors on it, and these can get the tent fully erect in about 1 minute and 15 seconds was what we kind of had it at. I have a reel on my Instagram where people can see it. But should you wish, or should the motors burn out, Dometic have thought of that too. Underneath here, in a storage compartment, is a set of bars. You can just simply disconnect the motors with the tools provided in the toolkit and replace this with a bar that sits underneath here, so you don't have to worry about these burning out and ruining your camping trip. You can see clearly that it's got a fantastic fly sheet on it, a fly sheet that is fully adjustable, so you can tighten it down. The reviews on this in the wind has been pretty good. In fact, the festival where I saw this at was by a lake, and it had nothing strong, nothing less than hurricane winds coming in, and this done just fine. It didn't loosen up or anything like that. The poles didn't bend, and that's also something I'm on the watch out for, especially when you start looking at things in and around this price point. Noticeably as well, it has double windows, so you got this really thick, in fact some of the thickest mosquito screening I've ever seen, with another PVC layer on the inside of it there. They go all the way around the vehicle. Just close the door here. Oh, on the buckle, Joe. Close the door here, and you can see it's got this huge viewing window here on the back, and 2 on either end, and the door there. So the ventilation in this is absolutely amazing. I have to say it's one of my favorite things about it, because some of the roof tents that I've been in and some of the regular tents that I've been in, ventilation, especially on a day like today where the sun is out, we're next to a lake, there's been a lot of rain this morning, condensation can just take it away and ruin a holiday. We come around the front. The Subaru Forester is a pretty small car, and that's why we like it. It's small and it's economical. So there's not much overhang, very little overhang when it comes to the front and when it comes to the back, and that's what I liked about it, because unfortunately some of the roof tents I looked at, the overhang came out a bit too much. So this fits us pretty perfectly. You can use the Forester as a model. Not everybody drives Hiluxes and Land Cruisers. You can see here the regular size bars that we have. These weren't that expensive compared to the big Expedition bars, and the tent sits very firmly on them. In fact, it took myself and Nita about 15 minutes to get the tent up, and that was our first go to do it. So I imagine it gets faster as we go. You come around here, you can see up top again more adjustments for the fly sheet. You got the other electric motor on the side, so it is 2 electric motors. That other great big window. But also what I like about this is that it has a power inlet pocket here. So if you wanted to run maybe some AC, you know, you could run if you had kids, what I plan on doing with the kids is putting a little TV in here, small little TV, so they can watch their laptops and tablets and stuff on there. So I like that little feature that comes on there. That's a nice little adjustment for allow for the access on the hotter days. If you come around here, noticeably on the front, this is one thing that I loved about the touches to detail that I've seen on this Dometic tent. We have the power cable pocket. When you go to erect it using the motors, there is a 12 volt DC cigarette charger kind of cable in here. So you can either use a Dometic battery bank or any battery bank that you want, but you can also use your car socket. And as you can see, this material is fantastic, strong, and waterproofed as well on inside all the pockets. Those attentions to detail are things that someone like me looks out for. You can see, even again, making it foolproof, and as a designer I love making things foolproof. Each of the pockets has a picture on it. Moving down from this pocket here, we have a boot pocket and another space for the tool bag, so you can keep the tool bag either in the ladder or here, again clearly marked. And then this I love it, clearly marked boot bag. I love the cut on this, and then you can see that it's lined inside again, making it extra waterproof, so you're not getting stuff on the car. If you need to, you can climb up and put your boots in. And then another great attention to detail is this drainage hole down the bottom. We all don't get into the car with pristine boots all the time. The same is done on the other side. You got another boot bag, because this tent is meant for 2, so you can store one set of boots over here and one set of boots here. These are super generous. You can see that even on a summer's day, if you had maybe children with you or you were just wearing small shoes, you could keep a couple of pairs of shoes in here, which I like, or a pair of decent sturdy boots. Coming up here on the front, it's got 2 ventilation pockets, which most people would see more commonly on tents to allow airflow in. The bars on these are padded bars that are wrapped in the same PVC, Velcro on either side. So again, that's super extra attention to detail. You're not fiddling around with these spare metal bars that you can lose. They're attached to the tent all the time, and then when you don't want them, you can simply flick them out. The sun awning that comes across here, you can see that UV protecting stuff underneath. It erects in a couple of seconds. It's just only a matter of sliding the bar out, and then the bar then comes in and actually sits into his own little pocket up here, which I'll show you in more detail when we get up into it. So I'm up here in the tent. As you can see, I'm a big guy. For anybody who is wondering, I'm 6'2". I don't know what that is in centimeters, but I'm 6'2" in freedom measurements, and I'm about 110 kilos, so it takes the weight perfectly fine. You can see now here on the side, these quick release ventilation straps that just pop down, and I actually think that these are brilliant design pieces. I'm sure they're available everywhere and on other models, but these are fantastic. What I was saying about the awning is this bar remains attached to this over bar here, and you simply have to push it down and it nestles into its own pocket just over here, which you can use for storage when the awning is up, you know, if you wanted to sit here and take in the view, and then the awning simply folds up like that. Repeat the process. You can just take it down, take it out of its little pocket, clip it up and slide it into tension in place. Absolutely fantastic. I love it. Anything that makes life super simple, no bars to mess around with, and this sunshade here is actually really nice. So if Ida wants to be brave and climb up, I'll show you some more of the inside. Not kick the camera, Joe. There you go. We're getting real close and personal. So again, the same kind of super strong materials on the inside. Everything is seam welded. and sealed all around. You got these big windows, and I mean, that's just an absolutely beautiful view to wake up to. These are double again, so you can either have it fully enclosed with the PVC, or you can drop it down, have the mosquito mesh, or you can take the mosquito mesh completely away and have it just completely open. And this works for all 3 windows. Up top, you have a guy line that's movable to places around the tent if you wish. It comes with this as standard, and there is attachment points to underneath each window. And we just have this up here because we like to just hang our torches and stuff. Because it's for 2 people, Dometic have thought of that as well. Down here, there is a storage pocket, very similar that you will find in the tent. They do not move, so you have one here, and then you got one over here. You got different attachment points, different hooks to work with your guy line as well. So you have one here and 2 hooks in either corner of the tent. The mattress itself is absolutely fantastic, comes included with it. I'm a big guy, again, like as I was saying, well, I'm a big guy, I can't be promoting myself all over the place, but I weigh about 110 kilos, and this is a 5 centimeter foam mattress, and I find it very comfortable to sleep on. But remember, if you are camping in your car, you can bring some extra mattresses should you feel. Just make sure to check the weight rating of the bars and the weight rating of the car that you have. But it is a 5 centimeter high density foam mattress, and then sits on top another layer of padding which is waterproofed underneath here as well, so you don't have to worry about rain coming in from up underneath. And that is basically the inside of it. That's also what I love. The Dometic T120 just had enough things in it to be very comfortable, but also keep that weight down. I was worried when I seen that the tent was only 63 kilos, including motors, that there would be a bit of a sacrifice with the accoutrements that come with it, but there is just enough lagom, as you would say in Swedish, or lagom, to kind of get by comfortably, because you don't need so much accessories in a roof tent. And that's what I kind of was thinking with it, because at the end of the day you are on top of your car, so you got that kind of worked out. And what I like about the Dometic as well is that there is no overhang on the left and overhang on the right. And that's a personal preference. Some people prefer tents that overhang from the car. You see, they pull from the ladder. But the reason why I didn't want an overhang from the car is some of the vehicles that we've been in, it makes it very hard to access the car. Whereas with the Dometic footprint, with that low overhang that I showed you earlier outside, it allows you to open the doors the 360 degrees around the car, so you can get all the stuff you need to get when you need to get it. So I'm completely happy. I think I can say we're both happy with the TRT.
Oh, very much so.
With the TRT 120. And this is its maiden voyage. So you can keep up with us, keep up on our YouTube channel, and see how we get along with it further down the road. But I just wanted to give everybody a first impressions look at it. I say first impressions, I have seen it, I have done the research and chose it for reasons, and they were my reasons. And I'd love to hear your reasons for choosing your tent. But a big thank you to Dometic and everybody who gets behind our YouTube channel. It's a really exciting experience to get to a place where myself and Ida have always wanted to be. So we're going to get some food on, enjoy these lovely views, maybe have a bit of a swim later, and then have a nice cozy night in our new rooftop tent. So until the next time, everybody, thank you for supporting the channel, myself, Ida, and everything that we do, and we'll catch you in the next video. Peace.